There's a few things you need to know about me. 1, I am a filthy Australian. 2, I'm not a fucking femboy. And 3, I'm not falling off. And 4, I'm fucking goated at GregTech. Now, I've been doing many different things on this channel. I've been doing live streams, I've been playing other games, and I'm just... Okay, I am falling off a little bit. But I wanted to get back into GregTech, as the more experience you have, the better the experience of playing it is. Now, I wanted to start off in a fresh world where I knew a little bit more, and I wanted to give you guys all the best opportunity to see how amazing I am at this game. To start off with, I went and I searched for a high humidity area. Now that lets me generate water in water tanks that I'll need later down the line. So, my journey started.
Playing Kingdom Hearts has got me spitting ropes in my shorts.
That's in my recording, dipshit. I'm definitely putting that online. Go fuck yourself. Finally finding this fantastic area where it opens up into a beautiful shallow lake full of resources that I need next to trees, but also next to a nice flat land. I've got gravel around, I've got sand, I've got all the things that I need. So I decided that this would be my place to stay. Now, in the unfortunate side of things, I'd wasted the entire day just looking for a base spot. I'm sure you guys can relate to that one. But I needed to get a hustle on, and I needed to make my first base. So, I did. And as you can see, it is fucking glorious. Look at those walls. Look at the open concept roof. And it was completely impregnable by any opposing forces.
3 hours later.
After emotionally recovering from what happened that night, I decided to get a groove on. Now, I opened the quest book, which is going to be basically the catalyst and the MacGuffin throughout this entire story. I'm going to be using it to progress, I'm going to be using it to see what the fuck I need to do, I'm going to be using it all the time. Now, what I was planning on doing was getting tools and then getting a bed. So, I started off getting some gravel. Now, with some gravel acquired and with some other things acquired, it was time for me to make a chest. Now, this is GregTech New Horizons. We're not doing those pussy, easy chest crafting recipes. We're not going to do that. We're going to make it incredibly fucking annoying. Also, flint, by the way, is made with three gravel, so that's wonderful too. But we finally got it done. And when we did, it was time to start looking into making a bed. Now, I don't really want to deal with the night ever again, so making a bed as quickly as possible must be my next move. However, I took too long, and the amount of resources you need to make an early game bed is quite a bit, so we're just gonna have to thug it out tonight. But I'd made marginally better things to help up the protection of my base, such as stopping blocks that will just make them jump over, or I did fuck all. After begrudgingly making a small roof, I then waited the night out. I made another chest, and I'd sorted my inventory out a little bit. I'd actually been doing pretty good. I needed to get all of these gardens so I could get a thing called the Healing Axe. Now, what the Healing Axe does is, well, it heals you, but more important than that is it gives you food just while you're holding onto it. And that's very important because there is a mod called Spice of Life. Now, that stops you from eating the same foods over and over again. You need to eat different types of nutrients, such as protein, all of these different things. And it really fucking sucks. And I don't know who the fuck added into this. It's fucking shit. I want to go into the configs and I just want to turn that shit off. It's so annoying. I played GregTech for I don't know how many hours now. Must be 100. And my life is ruined because of this mod. I look everywhere and I hate it. I hate it so much. But there is a quest to get to the Healing Axe, so it shouldn't be too bad. But it takes some time, much like everything in GregTech. However, things are starting to look up. I noticed that there was an ore vein close to my base, and an ore vein, if those who are unaware, is basically this mod pack's version of, well, it's how you get your ores, and they spawn in clumps, and you'll get different types of materials in an ore vein, and they range from, getting diamonds to getting things called full earths, and all these different materials that you're going to need for very complex and confusing stuff. Luckily enough, I lucked into getting a coal ore vein. Now, for those who are unaware, coal is very difficult to get in GregTech New Horizons. You're supposed to use charcoal, and even that is a very, very long process to be able to get it. So getting this ore vein so close to my base is an absolute win, and it definitely helped push me further than I would ever go. Next, I started collecting a shit ton of gravel and sand. Now, these two things will help me create a coke oven, or a coal coke oven, and that helps me get charcoal, which now I don't necessarily need, but it's a good process, and it also develops something called creosote oil whenever I use it. Now, creosote oil is a fantastic way to smelt. It's a fantastic fuel, so I really do want a few of these, and it's quite easy getting sand and gravel using a torch, so I just got to it. I was also lucky enough to get this fantastic little sapling bag. It gave me a few cool saplings, such as the ghost sapling or the darkwood sapling or this other sapling, which I didn't know anything about. I just planted it and it was chill, and then I went and did some mining, and then I noticed something strange. It looked like it was dark outside, but I felt like it was still day when I went down there, and it wasn't that late. And I mean, I just wonder what the fuck is that thing? Holy fucking shit!
God, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up.
Wait, you weren't recording?
No. I accidentally planted a tree outside my fucking base, and it's absolutely fucking massive. Fuck.
Anyway, I had crafted a fantastic little tree, and I'm happy about that. It was a landmark. It would help me know where my base is. So, onwards we pushed. Then, with the help of all the coal that I mined up, I was able to smelt a few of the cobblestone, and that helps because we need mortar and pestles. Then that helps us create powders, which help craft other things, and this is just early game shit. There's a lot of this. I'm not going to be able to explain it all, but it's helpful, and especially having that coal, which is a pretty good resource to smelt instead of mining every available tree around. It definitely sped things up. And then with that mortar and pestle, what I did was I put the clay that I'd been mining up along with the sand and the gravel. I had time. I made that into clay dust, and then using that clay dust, I made a unfired clay bucket. And that helps me transfer water, helps me transfer, I don't think lava, I'm not sure yet, but I don't think it does lava. Help me do that. So, we're making a good start here, we're making good progress. The next morning, I was really adamant on getting the Tinker's Construct tables. That's the part builder, the pattern shaper, the tool station. I wanted those because that creates different types of tools that are levelable, they're upgradable, and they also don't permanently break. If you get them to 0 durability, you can just put them back in the tool station and you can just heal them back up. And that would be very clutch, and it's also the next step in the quest book, so, you know, obviously I was going to do that anyway. So, I mined a lot of trees, again, and then I created them. But I also needed paper to get blank patterns, and that is a little bit more of a tricky process. You see, with paper, it's a little bit different than in normal Minecraft. You use trees, and then tree powder. I don't fucking know what it's called, man. I don't remember. But I use the tree powder, and then I use water, which isn't infinite, by the way. As you can see, this water doesn't stick. And then I create the paper out of it, and then I can create blank patterns out of that. Then I turn those blank patterns in the part shaper into flint tool heads, and with those I crafted my new set of flint tools. However, this tool set is actually not as good as the other flint tool set, but I still want them as I can upgrade those later and level them up. Afterwards, I'd use that clay, the sand, to start creating unfired coke oven bricks. And then, with the coal that I've been mining up every now and then, I smelted those into fired coke oven bricks. And then, using 4 of those, I could make a coke oven block. And I would need, whatever 3 times 9 is minus 1. That's stupid. That's fucking awful maths. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I made that happen. And then I also went out and looked for some other kinds of ore veins. I needed copper, I needed tin, and luckily enough, I found iron, which you may not think is that good, but it's fantastic, trust me. After a while of mining the iron and the copper and all these different types of ores up, I head back home and I started smelting. And with that, I'm on a fucking roll here. I mean, I don't know if you've watched my other Greg Tech videos, but Jesus, I'm doing quite well for myself. You know, everything I've done so far has already pretty much surpassed the first 3 episodes of the first season, and I'm gonna get better from here. I also haven't ran into a creeper yet, which is like really surprising.
I headshot him. To a wall.
Where's Serena?
Right.